Greetings, this is Kevin Jefferson, father of the Forex Fam and followmytrades.com, here with trade theory on the Dow Jones Industrial Index for July 9th, 2024. What we have is the weekly chart, and you can see here the price is actually pulling back off of what I call a level one long. So price went short, went back long, and a lot of times price will actually eventually go back short after something like this. But we have price in what I call a level one long, which is the least reliable level to continue the trend. But what we have is one, two pushes higher, and maybe one more push to happen on the weekly. But on the daily chart, what we have is actually price is going short. So on the daily chart, price has come back and is actually off of a level one short here. So we have three pushes here, and the price is actually starting to lose a little steam. So I wouldn't be surprised if price closed a little bit lower on the Dow and then eventually started to retreat a little bit. And so if it does retreat, I would be mindful to look at the 37,925 range to confirm on a weekly chart the price is actually going lower. Now this is pretty interesting because if price does close lower on the weekly at some point over the next several weeks, then that would signal a move continuing downward. And I would not be surprised if price moved back into this consolidation area into the 36,000 range. So giving up about 3,000 points right now on the market. Now it could change, but right now it looks like the momentum is shifting for the Dow. And I mentioned in a previous video that price generally trends the same for all the indices. But what happens is a lot of times there will be one index that will lead the way for a change or for whatever's going on. And so maybe the Dow is the indicator for the bearish movement that we're expecting to happen for the indices at some point in the future. So we'll be mindful of this and take a look at see if the price of the market starts to drop a little bit over the next several days. And then we'll assess once we get some clarification about what the market is looking to do over the next several weeks. And then I'll come back and I'll give you a little bit better update. But the Dow is looking like it's getting weaker, and I wouldn't be surprised if price maybe made one more push higher. But once it got up to the 40,000 range, I wouldn't be surprised if it topped out and came back down. But it could close above there as well, so we don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. So what I will do is wait until I had a really solid confirmation on that before I made a move. Let me look at the 4-hour chart before I end this video and see what's happening down there. So on the 4-hour chart, price is starting to level out, starting to consolidate a little bit. But it's definitely chopping a little, and it's still showing that this is actually, it's still short here on the 4-hour as well. So maybe it's losing steam, maybe it's the time of day, but I just be mindful to watch for the Dow Jones potentially pulling back and giving us some bearish behavior at some point in the next several weeks. So I hope that helps you. I hope you're mindful if you're in. Maybe you want to take some off the table, but nevertheless, I expect price to start dropping on the Dow at some point in the near future. But don't take that as an indication to take any type of action, just something to be mindful of. All right, until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day and happy trading.